All right, folks, we're at Sand Dollar Marina. Second day of snapper season. Yesterday was pretty rough, so we didn't want to take the camera out, but it's an awesome day today. We're gonna go out and get some nice red snapper. Yesterday we had some awesome mangroves too. So y'all stay tuned for a great episode of Keep On Casting. Keep On Casting is sponsored by the Prop Shop. We are more than just props. Abu Garcia, built for life. Berkeley, catch more fish. Real Outfitters, proud to be the first family-owned tackle store in Thibodaux, Louisiana. Second day of snapper season. We wore them out yesterday. We launched out of Sand Dollar Marina in Grand Isle. They got all the fresh bait you want, all the frozen bait. They got really strong coffee, and that's good.
This is Memorial Day weekend. It's a super important weekend in America. I always find that people don't understand what it actually means. It isn't a day to remember our veterans. It's a day to remember those who died serving our country. And America should definitely light the barbecue pits, crack some cold ones, really celebrate, those who made the ultimate sacrifice for us to be able to live here, do things like this, fish. I mean, we're the greatest country in the world. That's all there is to it. And it's all because of those soldiers and those seamen and those Marines and airmen who, give their lives for it.
What we did, we pulled up to a single pole out here. We knew there was some snapper out here. We're trying to catch our red snapper. We're really trying to mangrove fish, catching our red snapper as bycatch, because the more we can keep more mangroves, that's 10 a piece, and we catch some other stuff too. So we'll weed through a few snapper, throw the small ones back, see what we can catch. The small snapper up here high. Last week we were out here and the snapper was schooling all on the surface, and we actually caught him on a fly rod. That was cool. Get him, Hayden. Out the rig, bro, out the rig. Get him, bro. We got George Pennison all the way from Boston.
From Boston.
How you say it?
What's that, Boston?
That's it, bro.
That's it.
Nice red snapper, boy. Just the size of a dinner plate right there.
I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, and just north of Boston, a town called Gloucester, where I fished up predominantly growing up, and we caught a lot of fish, kind of similar to the fishery here. When we'd go striped bass and bluefish, and it kind of reminded me of the snapper fishing today. Whereas I know Dex had mentioned that the snapper, and especially the mangrove snapper, pound for pound, what he calls the best fighting fish in the Gulf, and that reminds me of bluefish.
Good job, buddy. Whoa, got a hammer.
Yep.
So it's always fun to catch a fish on a lighter line like this. This is 80-pound leader. We got a 80-pound test on here. Makes a small snapper seem big. And these aren't huge snapper, but it's perfect eating size.
Yeah, that's a nice, same size, same class right here.
Yeah. Sweet. Y'all eat bluefish?
We do. So a lot of people don't love it, but I eat bluefish. We eat them like it goes. If you go up there, you can actually walk into any food store or like a shopping market up there, and you can buy bluefish, and it isn't cheap, you know.
And what do they taste like? Are they oily?
Yeah, they are oily. They're not one of the more sought after fish up our way, but you can certainly eat them. We do. I do, anyways. I enjoy them. Yeah, they're good.
All right.
They're good.
Bluefish and hardtails.
That's it.
On the menu.
Yeah.
Get him, G.
We're on again.
Oh. That's a nice reel, huh?
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's what we fish with in Cape Cod with Jimmy.
What that is, like 16 and a half?
I haven't measured in a while.
So the way we mangrove fish, first of all, you're looking to make sure there's not a lot of current. You want that bait to actually go out there and float down with a nice drift, kind of coming away from the rig. That's even better, but it's hard to do because a lot of times it's rougher conditions like it is out here today. That's a keeper right there, boy. Yeah, they down there. We're catching some nice snapper. Awesome snapper season in Louisiana. You can't beat it. Got the best fishery in the world, in my opinion.
You know Grafton Dermatology as one of Louisiana's premier skincare and skin cancer treatment centers. Grafton Dermatology will bring your beautiful body to its healthy fullest. Grafton Dermatology provides advanced treatment for all skin conditions, repairing, healing, enhancing. Grafton Dermatology, defining healthier skin and beautiful bodies for over 15 years.
LA Boatworks is your one-stop shop for all your custom boat needs. They have custom camo paint, rigging, gator glide, and can also do complete boat restorations. They also have Sea Deck, a non-skid flooring that can be installed in any boat, fiberglass or aluminum. If you're in the market for a new custom-built boat, go check out the guys at Relentless Boats. They can build any boat you can dream up, from surface drives to bay boats. They will help you design your boat from the ground up, and believe me, these things really perform. Keep On Casting is sponsored by the Prop Shop. We are more than just props. Bourgeois Meat Market, miracles in meat since 1891. Bronco Industries, leading the field in industrial construction and fabrication.
Abu Garcia, baby. Got some power on this rod. Feel the power.
Got that.
Good job, bro.
So, well, I ain't caught too many fish, so I'm gonna sit back and make the perfect turkey sandwich. I'm gonna start by folding your turkey. Make sure to pack it on there. 3 pieces. Grab your cheese off the console. Make sure to use the corner bread for the top. Adds to the flavor. Oh, I see one right here. There's one following them down.
Hey, give it a sec, give it a sec. Come back and get it, give it a sec. It's a hammer, dude. That's a good one, bro. It fought good, too.
That collar on.
The endangered North American red snapper. That's a big one. Oh yeah. Woo! That's a good one, dude. That's a good one. That's a good one, dude. That's a hammer, boy. That's a hammer. Good job, brother.
Thank you.
What I like to snapper fish with is a little bit bigger hook than we mangrove fish. It's a little circle hook. A lot of times when you're mangrove fishing, you want to use the smallest hook you can find, because if there's any clarity to the water, they're going to see that hook. And mangrove snapper are super sneaky. A lot of times for mangrove snapper fishing, you just got to try different things. Try live bait, try cut bait. We caught them the other day on live shrimp, and then we switched to cut bait the next day and caught them on cut bait. So you never know.
Perfect.
Perfecto. We got Hayden Falgood, straight from Racing, Louisiana. Hooked up with the Pier Punks. Get him, Hayden. Hooked up, G. Dude, that's a slammer, huh? So thanks to our red snapper program that we got going in Louisiana, we got a lot more red snapper. They in close. We probably only 20 miles offshore right here, and catching some beautiful red snapper.
Another big boy, huh?
Another big boy. Woo. Hooked up. That's a hammer, bro. That's a good one. Oh yeah. Pretty, man. So these, believe it or not, these are small red snapper, but they're the best ones to eat. Usually if we want to catch bigger ones, we go out to the rigs on the shelf, 200, 300 feet of water. Drop down there, you catch big red snapper. Take what we can get.
Gonna get another hammer, as Bo says right here. Oh, we got something. Oh, there. Oh, had him and lost him. That keeps happening.
A little premature.
I got a little excited. Yeah, this does remind me of haddock and cod fishing back up in Boston, though. Very similar, just one after the other, automatic, just putting meat on the boat, you know?
And haddock and cod, they're good to eat, right?
Oh, they're delicious, yeah. Great table fare. They don't fight like these fish, though. They kind of, once they hit, you kind of just drag them up. But these guys put on a pretty good fight here. Here we go. Come on, take it, take it, take it. Oh, there it is. So early in the season like this, we'll usually go fishing for striped bass, blues, which are, again, great table fare. More so the striped bass and sea bass. And then later in the season, when the bluefin tuna move in, we kind of shift gears and put our focus chasing the tuna. So
Fish out of where?
I usually fish out of Gloucester and out of Cape Cod, down out of Harwich Port and Dennis. Here we go. That's it. Wow, that's another nice one. I love the color on those fish. Beautiful. It's a good looking box right there.
Skin cancer is the most common cancer in the United States. In fact, more skin cancers are diagnosed each year than all other cancers combined. Most skin cancers are caused by too much exposure to the sun. The good news is that you can do a lot to protect yourself. Catch skin cancer early so that it can be treated effectively. Finding it early is the best way to make sure it can be treated with success. Call Grafton Dermatology for a consultation.
Latour Golf Club, the region's leading residential golfing community, is nestled amid beautiful landscaped greens and peaceful lakes. The 18-hole 72-par course was designed by PGA Tour champion David Toms. Golfers can enjoy the fully stocked golf pro shop, driving range, and putting greens. The family can also enjoy Latour Bar and Grill, which offers delicious cuisine. The Bayou region's premier golfing community. Live the life with Latour.
Keep on Casting Cooking is brought to you by Rouse's. Fresh food, fresh daily.
Hello, it's Duke Landry again here at Duke Seafood and Steakhouse. We're here in Denham Springs and Watson, Louisiana. We're on Keep On Casting. And this morning what we're going to do is we're going to put together a huge batch of hush puppies. That's right, we're doing about a 150-pound batch of hush puppies, which will give us close to 3,000 puppies. So it's a good Louisiana tradition, something we call lanyap. You walk in, that's what you get first, your free hush puppies. All right, our ingredients for our hush puppies this morning is going to be our 5 gallons of milk. We got a gallon or so of chopped yellow onions, another gallon of green onions. Now let's call it 4 gallons of sugar, 5 quarts of eggs. We've got our 2 pints of salt, cayenne pepper, baking powder, flour, and cornmeal, and we're gonna get these puppies mixed up. Yeah, we used to mix these things by hand for about 20 years. It has got to be a better way. A little bit of color. Yellow onions. A little bit of heat. And a little bit of sweet. All right, we've got our dry ingredients in here, all of our onions, our green onions, yellow onions, salt, pepper, sugar, flour, cornmeal. All this is in here. We're gonna let this run for about 2 minutes, and then we'll get back to our wet ingredients. Okay, we see we've got our dry mix all blended in. You know, everything's kind of evenly dispersed, and now we're gonna come back in with our wet products. We're gonna do our eggs, and again, we're gonna spread them out pretty good. Now, if you're mixing this at home, you're not gonna be doing this size batch. But just be careful when you do make it and try this at home in a smaller batch. You want to be able to fold it in. All your ingredients, you wanna fold them in. You don't want to put it in a blender. You don't want to use a mixer or anything like that. Otherwise, you're going to end up with some real packy puppies. All right, now we've got 4 gallons in there. I'm going to save my last one while it's mixing. I can kind of move the milk around and get a good even mixture there. There we go. Now we're going to blend in this last gallon. This kind of allows me to move the milk around to where we get a good even mixture. All right, we're going to cut it off for a second. And see, now we've got our product just going down to the bottom. Kind of loosens it up a little bit so everything's not stuck in one spot. Okay, let's go ahead and finish it up. And we've got it. You've got a 150-pound batch of hush puppies. This will give us just under 3,000 puppies. So we'll do this about every other day. And let's see how they look in a fryer. All right, now we've got our mix all done. We're gonna take our little 1-ounce scoop right here. We're gonna go into our 325 grease, and we're just gonna scoop one at a time, but we're gonna do as many as we can, as fast as we can. So they'll kind of group up together and they cook a little bit more even when you do it that way. But see, I'm just kind of moving around the pan. Now, if you're at home, you're not going to have to do them this fast, but this is the way we do it with them old hush puppies. They're going to start to float. We've got 50 or so in there. Make for a good batch of puppies. All right, here we go. We've got our good Duke's hush puppies that you'll receive as soon as you walk into our place and sit down. That's the first thing they bring to you is your hush puppies with your butter and your ranch dressing if you want something to drink, and just enjoy the evening. And just remember, let's keep on casting.
My neighbor Tony, he looked at me and said, "Man, you're crazy. You're about to leave out in this weather." And I said, "Sir, I have a tag fish to go catch."
I won this beautiful boat catching a tag redfish in Venice, Louisiana.
There's 100 redfish waiting. It all starts Memorial Day weekend. Sign up today.
Closed captioning provided by Humdinger Lures, the bass catchingest lures on the planet.
So we pulled up to another rig. I'm dropping down in the back watching the boat because it wants to keep drifting into the rig. Sometimes in the back of the boat you catch some good ones. Hopefully it's a mangrove, because we got our snapper. Turned out to be a nice day. On the light tackle. Oh yeah, boy, that's fun. We got Boston George in the front. Good job, guys.
All right, mate. We're out here chasing the elusive mangrove snapper out here in the Gulf of Mexico. Man, I tell you what. See, I get a little excited. I start putting the W in front of the H. I tell you what, the H in front of the W. And so to really good eyesight, you want your bait to be swimming. The more lively the bait is, the more it antagonizes them, I feel. We got 40-pound test fluorocarbon on right now. It's a little big, so I might have to drop down to 30 because they're not really cooperating. The problem is the lower you go, you may get them to bite, but it's hard to stop them. Get out of it. Whenever they take off towards the rig, you want the right amount of drag on your reel. Sometimes you have to use your hand to add a little bit more drag. The catch to that is if you put too much, you know, obviously it'll pop off. But if you don't get enough, they go to the rig and they get off. So it's a game, and you could do everything right sometimes and not catch a fish. Wrong flavor. So the mangroves.
We got caught. What do you think?
Jack Crevalle. Oh, look down fish.
Why do they call it a look down fish?
I see why they call him a look down fish, huh?
Because his eyes are pointing down. Got a big old forehead on him.
Good looking fish though, huh?
Yeah. I feel like this would be a good bait. So look down fish, because his eyes are pointing down. See him? I wonder why. What do you think he sees down there? Is it Jaws? John Hunt. John Hunt.
Nick just caught this ocean triggerfish, and the reason they call it a triggerfish is, see this, you can't push it down, but if you push the back one, like a trigger.
And these aren't good to eat, so nobody keep any of them.
So we tried plan A, light lining for mangroves. Didn't really work out that well, so we're going to plan B. Plan B is go shoot them in the face.
Shoot him in the face!
In the face. It's one of my things I picked up in the military. You know, I say plan A fails, move to the sound of gunfire and kill everything.
Con ele grand soleil va briller quand même. Et surtout le bon Dieu il sera avec moi.
All right, folks, we had a great time for Memorial Day weekend. We had the Edie White Cardinal Classic down here. It was held at Sand Dollar Marina with Butch and the gang. Sand Dollar Marina always does a great job. We want to thank them. On the boat today, I had two members of our active military, Dex LeJean and George Hennessy. Both great fishermen. George is from up at Boston. It was nice to get him down here to see what his fishing is like in the Gulf of Mexico. As always, we want to thank our troops. Without them, we couldn't do what we do today. So until next time, keep on casting.
So Boudreaux and Thibodeau, they've been friends a long time and live next door to each other. Tib was working in his yard. Boudreaux comes flying out the house, runs to the mailbox, slams the mailbox and runs back inside. Tib just keeps on working. Comes out a second time, goes to the mailbox, slams it, goes back inside. Thibodeau's a little confused, so sure enough, Boudreaux comes out of his house again, goes to the mailbox, looks angry and slams it, and Tib's gotta stop him. He says, "Boo, what's the matter?" He says, "Tib," he said, "I'm sitting at my computer doing some work." He said, "That stupid thing keeps saying, you got mail."
She gonna love you. C'est le club à Lafayette. She gonna love you. She gonna love you. C'est beau danser avec tous les jolies filles. She gonna love you. She gonna love you. Oui, moi je danse avec les filles. Oui, c'est juste pour m'amuser. Je bois le bon Red Stripe pour me rafraîchir. Moi l'aime